Getting our time to join us today. How are you?
I'm okay, as you can see, I'm over the moon. My voice can't even tell it. I'm exhausted. Yes, I'm exhausted, but I'm very fine. And then,
Okay. So tell us about your brand and how has it been this number of years growing as a brand and creating a niche for yourself in the baking industry here in Ghana.
okay, Sugar City started from Cape Coast, and after some time, I decided to come to Accra. So I've been in Accra for 6 years, if I'm not lying. We are hitting seventh year. Um, it was not an easy road, but when I came, Accra welcomed me, and I realized that I have to stay. So we've been here, we've been making it. We've trained a lot of people. Everybody knows Sugar City is a training center. We've trained a lot of people. But along last November there, I decided to go on break. So we are coming back bigger. We are starting our lessons from January, God willing. For now, we are not taking any student. We are just putting things together. So they should expect us. We'll come back. We'll come back. That is why most people don't see any update on the page, but we are still working towards something.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. So in this number of years,
Yeah.
um, what were the challenges you were facing as a young brand growing to this point where you are today, and how were you able to handle those challenges that you still sustain yourself in the business?
Okay, the first challenge that I faced was coming to Accra. I was new. I had other competitors, like big giants there. I don't want to mention it, but before like entering this town, I realized that there are some brands always making it. I used to admire them. I sit at my home, I admire them. I got to Accra, communicating, getting to know, those times, these new social media, they were not available. So all that we were doing was word of mouth. So for someone to get to know a new person coming from Cape Coast to Accra, it wasn't easy. They have to come to buy my cake before they will know that there's a bakery at where we are located, Sakaman. Aside that, I entered here to start school. To start school. We our first aim was like to bring international tutors to Ghana. We started, and then when they came, my first teacher came. We didn't have the turnout. It was just normal. It didn't motivate me. But then I realized that it was a starter. I sat down, reorganized myself, and then we've hosted about 7 teachers from different countries.
Wow.
From the first person came from Turkey, then Vietnam, Malaysia. We've had people coming from France, and then Australia. The last teacher that I hosted came from UK. So Sugar City as a brand, everybody knew that we're hosting international tutors. And that part of the story wasn't easy because I wanted to engage myself with Ghanaians, but not focus much on the international teachers. Now they have seen the brand as just looking at bringing international teachers only. It was very difficult for me. Then when I put a class, people were like, is it an international class? But it's a local class, Is an international teacher coming? Are we going to have them coming? When is it? Like all these challenges? But then later on, they fell in love with my craft. I believe in hard work and then prayers and then taking the risk. They fall in love with my craft, and here we are. We've been making it, and then our cakes and then our products tells it all. So it has been. Is it ups and downs? Yeah, it's not something that I can say I've had a smooth journey. It wasn't easy. Okay. But I'm very proud of where we've gone to, like we've gotten to.
Looking at this young generation that have just venturing into the baking business, that was it easier for you on your time role in the baking industry very easily? Because these young people just feel that you can join the baking industry tomorrow, your brand is everywhere. How were you able to grow step by step?
I wasn't a baker. I did my master's. I did MBA in human resource management. Fortunately, I had it in UK. So when I came back, I've done my masters. Why do I want to go to the kitchen? Parental forces, and then my boyfriend then, now my husband, was like, no, 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 you can't go and do this and come and do this. So all these pressures were coming from those who were close to me. But I said, no, I want to become a baker. I dropped everything and then I started. The young generators coming, they see us to be kitchen girls. Yeah, they always want to be sitting in office and all that. But one thing I've realized about life is that you need to understand who you want to be, where you want to go, how you want to do it. So, I want to be this. I want to be a baker. Where do I want to see myself in the next 7 years? How am I going to do it? So that has been my principle. And I like taking risk. My husband will tell you that when it comes to this girl, no, no, no. When she says yes, yes. So I've been firm with my passion. This is what I want to be. I want to be a baker. So I advise all those coming up that you need to take that decision. You should understand the kind of profession you want to dive into. And our profession is not an easy way. It's not an easy way like, oh, I've dropped out of school, so I want to be a baker. No. You need to understand that this is my true calling. You need to, some like it's talent. No. Sometimes some people don't have talent, but they're bakers.
Of course.
It's how they see things and they just put it in action. Yeah. So they should just sit down, look at what they really want in life. And that will lead them. That will lead them. And then of course, God.
Okay.
God has always been the ultimate.
So let's talk about Ghana First Cake Festival. And when I was contacted, they said I was told that this the first cake exhibition in Ghana. I was skeptical about the whole thing. Like, will people turn out? Will bakers come out and all that? But after the first section we had, I started seeing response from people and other. I want to ask, with the all running around and what is happening today, what will be your response about the event?
I must say, God has been very marvelous. When we started this thing, we didn't think we'd get this number. The turnout, even the registration for the bakers. At a point, my partner, Buttercream, she called me and be like, sus, Charlie. And I'll be like, no, I'll call her at 4 a.m. Be like, Charlie, I can't sleep. Oh. Then she'll be like, why are you calling me? Why? I say, no, please, after tell me, give me an update. It was nightmare for us. But today, before I got there, I was late. Before I got here, I've already made a phone call. And people are telling me, oh, they've come. They started coming, guests are coming. That is when I realized that we have reached. This thing is not an easy thing in terms of planning. It took us a long time to come up with this thing. Yes. When we connected, we said no. Master Queen said, okay, can we do this in Ghana? And I said, yeah. He said, I have this. I want us to execute it. I said, good. I am on. And look at where we are. I am very, 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 very happy about the turnout. You see, you saw a lot of people coming in, and even as at now, they are still there. They don't want to go. And those who participated, when I came, I saw their artworks. I said, wow. I didn't even imagine there are some bakers who do these things. So, like in a nutshell, this has been beyond my expectations. It has been beyond my expectation. I pray that there will be many more, this is just the beginning. And I know, Nigeria, you are watching us. I know you are watching us. I know you have seen the good jobs, like the good works of the Ghanaian bakers. And, it was started earlier. And we've been sitting from afar supporting you.
That's true.
And then we wanted to do it. And we have done it.
That's true.
Yeah, and we have done it.
So, to me, I've seen the event. The venue was close up, and to some extent, bakers were a lot of people were going outside because of the heat. And something to really, really prefer, because being the first ever cake exhibition, this is massive. That means second edition, you guys will need to look for a bigger venue. So
obviously.
Thank you so much for getting our time to be on Bakerstvshow. We really, really appreciate, and thank you for having us here in Ghana. And what should we be expecting from your brand in 2 years from now?
2 years, you should be opening. You should be seeing Sugar City factory, as in a big factory. You get it, where we will have students in school and the bakery at another place. This is just a tip of the iceberg. We have things coming up. We're only trusting God for more strength. And then they should expect it was going to be bigger.
What will be your last take on Bakerstvshow?
It has been number one. I've been watching the page. It is something that I cannot like. They are doing very amazing. They are doing very amazing. I was once contacted for the show and I've been looking at the progress, how far it has gone. Most of the bakers that you see in this industry, they were known through Baker's TV show. So I want to say thank you for all that you do for the industry back in Nigeria. Now that your light has shined upon us, I pray you will continue to support our industry too. Thank you so much for having me. I am really, really grateful. I am really grateful.
Thank you so much, guys. We need to call it a wrap on this section because it seems my guess if I give her a chance, we won't leave this place.
Yeah.
So thank you, guys. We will always hope to have another section. And bye bye for now.